Welcome back, you guys. Today we're going to be testing out a few products to see which one does the best job of removing window paint from the painted sections of your car. Alright, welcome back, guys. If you've ever had window paint on your car, then you know it can be a real pain to get off, especially if it's been there for a while. Now, I have it all over my car right now. It's probably been there for 7 or 8 months, so I'm having a hard time getting it off. So I figured to try a few things and see if we can find which one is the best to get it off. Now, I have this on all 4 corners of my car, and maybe you've had to deal with this before. Maybe you have just got married and they wrote all over your car, or maybe you have a teen that's graduated, or in my case, I bought this car from an auction and they wrote all over the car. It's easier to get off of glass because you don't have to worry about ruining the paint. All right, first things first, we're gonna wash the panels with soap and water and then dry them off. So we have a few products here. We have just a regular Armor All, probably something you probably use on your dash or maybe your tires. We have some bug and tar remover. We have some Degreaser, Goo Gone, regular rubbing alcohol, and some polishing compound. So like I said, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. It's just stuff that I had laying around, and maybe you have some too. So let's get to it. We're just gonna go through one by one and see which one is the best. All right, so first up is the Armor All. I know this might sound weird, but it actually is used for cleaning things. So this is right here, cleans, shines, and protects. So that did not work at all. Let's spray it on there and let it sit for a little bit. All right, it's been about 2 minutes. So nothing. Well, I think we can call this one a bust. Next is the bug and tar remover. It says it easily removes dried on residue. So that's what we got here. So let's see if this works. It says let it sit for 1 minute. So we'll be right back. All right, it's been about a minute. So let's see if this worked. It got a little bit off, but not that great. Just so you know, I'm using a clean towel each time, so we don't have any cross-contamination. All right, next up is the Degreaser. All right, this is an all-purpose cleaner. It says to leave on heavy soiled areas for 1 to 2 minutes, scrub as needed. I'm going to the heavy duty version, the full strength, so I'm not going to dilute it at all because I think we need it as strong as we can get it. All right, it's been about 2 minutes, so let's see if we can get this off. Still not coming off. Next up, Goo Gone. It is a ProPower goo and adhesive remover. Safe, fast working remover. Great for a variety of uses and projects. Let's see if it works. All right, it says just spray it on and wipe it right off. And then for extra gooey messes, let it sit for 5 minutes. So we'll just try for 5 minutes. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. I sprayed one more coat on there because it had all dried up and I didn't want to be rubbing on dry paint. So here we go. All right, so this one seems to have worked the best so far. I didn't get it all off, but I think with a little bit more elbow grease, this'll do the job. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I had the most expectations for this one, so I'm glad it actually worked at least a little bit. So let's go ahead to the next one. All right, next up on our list is isopropyl alcohol. So basically this is a 70%, it's just rubbing alcohol. Spray some on there. And I really thought that was gonna work. It's just not coming off. All right, last up is the polishing compounds. For professional results, fine cut polishing agents improve paint clarity and leave a high gloss shine. Removes light to medium scratches. All right, so I have quite a bit on my microfiber cloth. Here we go. So that actually worked a little bit. Just like the Goo Gone, I think with some more elbow grease, I think this will do the job as well. All right guys, so what did we learn here today? It seems to me that the two that worked the best were the Goo Gone and the polishing compound. Now, I think the Goo Gone is gonna take less effort, but more time because you have to let it sit for a little bit. But if you want it off right away and you don't mind putting in some good elbow grease, then the polishing compound is definitely the way to go. All right, after finishing filming, I went back with our two most effective products here. And I would say my personal preference was be the polishing compound. I went back and did a few more spots with it, and it really worked well on lighter areas. And on the heavier areas, it required some more elbow grease, but it still worked great. And the thing with this is it polishes the car when you're, as you're doing it. This one leaves a pretty oily residue, so you're gonna have to go back over and wash the car over again to get all the oily residue off. Even though it worked really well, you still have extra steps to do after you're done. So my personal preference, polishing compound wins. Now you might have different results depending on how long the window paint was actually on your car. Like I said earlier in the video, mine has been on for quite a while, 7 or 8 months probably. So it was really stuck on there. So maybe if yours is pretty fresh, it might be a little bit easier to get off. Well, I hope you learned something today. If you have any other suggestions or something that you think might work better, drop them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Every subscriber really helps me out a lot.